Hello, everyone. It is I, Kanako the Squirrel, and it is time to do another week of betting, tipping, picking who we think will win and lose, who's in the NFL. I am here with my co-hosts, Nikki V.
Yeah, I'm back.
And Voice of Reason.
Go London Silly Nannies.
And we're going to go straight on to our loser of the week, John Gruden. Let's discuss.
Yeah, that wasn't hard.
Oh my gosh, I mean, yikes.
Hey, Lawrence, tell me what you think of John Gruden. He just popped out from behind my dresser.
His silence says all.
He's so disappointed. Lawrence was so looking forward to seeing how John Gruden would lead the Las Vegas Raiders and how the development of Derek Carr was going along, but we'll never know.
What was the over-under for him being the first coach fired?
I know he was the favorite going into the season. Like, I don't know the exact number, but he was already on the hot seat, and the only reason that he wasn't after this was because the Raiders got off to such a hot start.
Yeah, they were doing good until this week.
Yeah, sure. But the thing with this is this all came about because of emails sent from the Washington football team that involved his brother, who he was the head coach for a spell, and just within the same day that all these things about Gruden gets leaked, he's fired, but then you still got Dan Snyder, who we know has been involved in fucking human trafficking, and he's still just still in charge of the team, or his wife is, or whatever. And it's just at what point are they gonna finally just be look, Snyder, bitch ass, you have the lowest attendance in the league. You're constantly surrounded by controversy. You still haven't changed your fucking team name yet. At what point does his ass get Donald Sterling?
And I think that would be if he's just said, "Oh, from now on the team will be called the Washington Football Team." Everyone would be like, "Okay, fine."
Yeah. Instead, there's this long, drawn-out process. Compare that to the Cleveland Indians, who one day they just became the Guardians. They didn't have to run a billion focus group tests or anything. They didn't drag their feet for 3 years. No, it was one day you turn on SportsCenter and it's just the Cleveland Indians have decided to change their team name to the Cleveland Guardians effective the 2022 season.
Yeah, even before then, they got rid of the racist mascot.
Yeah, Chief Wahoo.
Yep, and even before that, Atlanta Braves got rid of theirs. So all you symbolize the Braves and the soon to be former Indians is the giant C or the giant A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and anyway, I think we can all agree don't be racist, and you'll keep your fucking job.
It's more than just being racist; it's also being homophobic.
Yeah,
and sexist.
Yeah,
and basically, don't be a cunt.
I am censoring that.
It's so hard to believe that. How can you be racist in a league where 90% of the people in there are black? Why did you put yourself in that situation?
That's very easy because only recently have we been getting very good. Have coaches and owners been going, we're going to have a black quarterback, because that was always seen as the intellectual position.
Still, it's just so weird.
I was listening to the Bart and Hahn on my way home from work today. They were talking about the whole league has flipped the switch on, we're going to be more inclusive, promote diversity, promote different sexualities, and yet you still have shit like this with Gruden, the stuff that's going on with Washington. Colin Kaepernick still is not on a football team.
Well, I feel like that ship has sailed, but
Yeah,
like,
that ship
'cause
sailed.
he's 34 now.
So this is my reasoning for why nothing's fucking changed. There is, this all stems from the guy at the top. If the commissioner ain't gonna do shit, the coaches, the owners, everything, they don't give a fuck. They'll do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, honestly, I think the best commissioner has been the NBA's Adam Silver, and who was the guy before him that everyone really liked?
Paul Tech? Or no, not Paul Tech. They didn't really like him because
he passed away recently.
Sure, but like I remember on draft night he would always get booed.
The NBA commissioner?
I can't remember his name.
But he those two basically brought NBA culture back, and one of the things was making I remember the previous guy made NBA profitable.
David Stern,
yes. Yeah, David Stern helped revitalize NBA in the 90s, and Adam Silver is pushing it forward in the 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah.
But
I remember that one time where he was getting booed, and he was just like, "Come on, bring it on, louder." Like Adele wouldn't do that shit.
He did. I think he did 1 year.
How many years have we had Ed the puppet on the throne? Like a decade?
Feels like longer.
Yeah, around.
Let's do some Google foo.
But in the meantime, I think we should move on since Gruden was the clear loser, and we could have picked anyone from the Chiefs, the Jets, kickers having the yips this week.
Mason Crosby forgetting how to kick until he didn't.
And also Evan McPherson.
He celebrated a missed field goal.
Oh my god! I watched Tom Grassi's stream. He was having a freaking heart attack every time there was the field goal was coming up.
I watched the supercut of every time there was a missed field goal, and it was like, mwah.
And then Fox cut away for the Giants Cowboys game.
I feel like at some point, some teams are just going to be like, let's just go for 2.
Oh, wow.
Like, every time.
Oh, God, that explains a lot. It's been 15 years of...
Wow.
15 years of Goodell. 2006.
Yeah, that makes sense, because it feels like he's been around for, almost all of my adult life.
Yeah,
and that would mean he's been there since I was 15.
Yeah.
Yep, me too.
All right.
That doesn't make me feel old.
All right.
Oh God, there are so many things these days that make me feel old. Like I just turned 30 this year, and it's just like, oh God.
I turned 31.
I turned 30 on the 7th of October.
Anyway,
now.
Actually, speaking of Kitty Goes Meow, I'm going to talk about my winner. A team that lost, and that is the Cincinnati Bengals. I am actually impressed with what they've been doing.
I like that team.
Yeah, I could, again, Burrow's been doing good. Please get better. Oh my gosh, that throat contusion hurt. But yeah, they've been keeping in touch and keeping in competition. And against, the Minnesota Vikings, but it might have been a fluke, but keeping in competition with the Green Bay Packers proves that they could be a sleeper team to get into the playoffs.
Honestly, as long as Joe Burrow stays healthy, I feel like this team has a shot. Especially seeing as how, right now, according to the Barstool Sportsbook, which is, that's my job, Jamar Chase is the front runner for Rookie of the Year. Not any of the big quarterbacks that came out. Not any of the not Najee Harris or any big running back. It's the guy who had hands of bricks in the preseason.
Yeah.
Dude going off.
So that's I'm actually going with a very interesting pick for winner of the week. I'm going with the Raiders because they just got out of a massive contract.
This is true, and
they didn't have to pay a fucking cent.
This is true, and like they've gotten out of that albatross of a contract relatively unscathed. They don't have any egg on their face for this whole situation because all of this happened while he was working for ESPN. Like they don't even have to take his name off the Ring of Honor for them like the Buccaneers do. So the Raiders and they still have a team that's really good, and it can actually be coached by a coach that's heyday wasn't in 2000.
Yeah. They could very easily get a decent, basically a decent coach at a decent price and have a lot more money to throw around.
Eric Bieniemy.
Well,
I think Eric Bieniemy and Brian Daboll are going to be on the market.
Yeah. Oh, they don't have a ton of money to throw around because they are the Raiders and they are the cheapest organization in the league right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, but they have... it's like even if they have an extra $3 million to throw around, that's an extra $3 million. That's like an extra backup in a position.
Sure.
Which is always nice, especially since some teams have been getting hit by the injury bug.
Yeah, for sure.
Jets. Anyway, Nick, your winner?
Yeah, I'm going to be kind of unoriginal with my winner of the week. It's the Bills. Like, the Bills are really fucking good, guys. Yeah. They're first in the league in points allowed, first in the league in points scored, and first in the league in takeaways. These guys are really fucking good, okay? Week 1, where they lost to Pittsburgh, is looking more and more like an aberration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, let's just... How are those old men still winning?
What, the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Buck. Whoa, the Cards. I thought this was your seamless transition into the first game of the week.
You think I can do a seamless transition?
Well,
hey, I was prepared to give you credit.
before we get to that, this is the first week of the byes. So 4 teams are not playing this week. Jets and Falcons for the London game, Saints and the 49ers. So only one AFC East, one AFC team, 3 NFC teams.
So it's your favorite week. Your team isn't losing this week.
And yet they'll still come out losing.
Yeah.
Because apparently Marcus May wants a trade.
Oh.
It's going to come out it's going to come out on Thursday. It's just like this breaking news. Zach Wilson fell into a tar pit.
Like maybe we'll actually have. So does that mean Josh Johnson will actually get to play?
I am here. I am here for Josh Johnson succeeding. He is he is the journeyest man of journeymen. He makes Ryan Fitzpatrick look like Dirk Nowitzki.
He makes Ryan Fitzpatrick look like Steve DeBerg. That's a deep cut for those who don't know.
Did he just stay with one team for his entire career?
No. Each team he went to, his backup went on to be a Hall of Famer.
Oh. Wow. No, I was just saying, he Josh Johnson has been to even more places than Ryan Fitzpatrick has. That's where I was going.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Yes. Okay. So we got Yeah. Go ahead.
Speaking of Hall of Famers, Bucks versus Eagles. One of these teams has
seamless transition.
There you go. You'll get a cookie.
There we go.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Yes, as I was saying, one of these teams is not like the other. One of these teams has a lot of future Hall of Famers on it.
Yes, they do.
Buccaneers gotta win.
Whatever the spread is on this game, double it.
So it's minus 6.5.
6.5.
So 13.
Oh yeah, 13 at least. I was expecting it to be 9. Holy crap, that's dude. If you can get on that, like go to a casino somewhere or go to the DraftKings sportsbook or whatever, and like put some money down on the Bucks.
Yeah, that's easy money. Like, just put a couple of dollars on, make a small amount of profit, and you're good.
Or do a lot and make a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but there's always the chance of being utterly wrong.
When have I ever been wrong?
Well, let's hang on. I'm looking at this past week. Let me have a look.
You don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. You can just take my word for it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Fun fact: this past week we all tied.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had a 2-win lead and then I blew it.
You Falconsed it.
No, I Bearsed it.
There you go.
Bears won. So.
Yeah, but we don't do that.
The Bears actually had their most convincing win of the year this year.
That's
so
sad.
Yeah, that's true. And here's the thing: we were against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're all in on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Can I be more than all in?
Bet your mortgage. That's more than all in.
I don't have a mortgage. I rent.
You think I have money to own a house?
What do you think I am? Not a millennial?
That makes me sad.
Yeah. Next game.
Speaking of making me sad, Dolphins versus Jags. Oh God, why are we?
That's the second London game.
Don't watch this. This is going to be bad.
I'm going to be honest. This should be against the Geneva Convention. It is that bad.
It's a form. So this is a form of torture.
Yes, because you're sending it over to London.
Oh yeah, you're sending two Florida teams to the UK.
Yes.
And one of them is not Tampa.
If it was the Bucks, here's the thing: if it was like Dolphins, Bucks, Jags, Bucks, it would be at least hilarious to watch the Bucks dunk on them.
I will always say though, if you have two equally shit teams, it could do something crazy, like that 2009 Lions-Browns game that turned into like game of the year out of nowhere.
So, here's my question. And it's an important question. Do the Jags fuck up the tank?
Get their first win?
Yeah, because
if they take a look at their...
If they get their first win, they become tied with the Dolphins at 1-5.
Well, they don't... I'm not sure.
The Lions are still winless.
The Lions are also winless. Yes, that is true.
They're the only team that is winless.
Yeah.
The Jags are also.
Oh yeah. You right.
It's a toss-up because
this is gonna be the hardest game to pick solely because both teams are shit.
What is the line?
Minus 3.5.
For
the Dolphins.
Let me see the rest of their schedule. What game could they win?
With Jacksonville?
Throughout the rest of the season.
Houston's winnable. Jets are winnable.
Jets are very winnable.
Falcons.
Again, they're playing the last team in the AFC all the way. Mm-hmm. So it's a possibility that they can go 2-15, but I'm not holding my breath on that.
They could go 2-15 or 3. It also depends on how bad the Colts are.
I just remembered who should have been my winner for this week. Freaking Urban Meyer, because we have now completely forgotten about his escapades.
Yes.
All right.
He's going to celebrate by going to a bar and twerking on some young blonde girl.
He's gonna celebrate by going to Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
So
redhead girl then.
yes. In that case, I'm going to go with the Dolphins and their third string quarterback.
Reed
yeah.
Sinnott.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're on their third string.
A quarterback. That is a name that I am 99% sure was made up by Madden.
Okay, but for that reason alone, I'm going Jags.
Okay, so the Jags get the first win in London.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's a
hang on.
third-string quarterback.
Is Jacoby actually playing? Because he hurt his hamstring, but he stayed in the game.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna quick look. One of you quick look up there what Brissett's questionability is.
It's still saying like Tua has Tua's still out, and Jacoby Brissett has a hamstring injury but returned to the game. And from what I remember, I don't think Mr. Sinnott had any stats for his game.
Okay.
No, Tua designated for return off injured reserve.
Oh, Tua's coming back.
As of 3 hours ago.
At Tuesday. 3 hours Tuesday.
Yeah, it looks like Jacoby
No,
did not
literally,
miss any passes.
Yeah, 3 hours ago of recording.
Yeah.
So basically what we're saying is it's probably going to be either Tua or Jacoby, but probably not Reed Sinnott. Does this change your opinion? Or does this change your pick?
Part of me wants to stay with the Jags, but then another part of me is like, Tua was doing decent up until the injury. But this is also him coming back from an injury, so...
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't even confirmed if he's going to play. Fuck.
I'll go ahead and take the Dolphins because, the Jags are not good, and keep in mind that team has given up on Urban Meyer. That is a locker room that is actively revolting against him.
I'm also gonna go with the Dolphins.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Good move.
On to the next one. Different kitty go meow.
Well, Lawrence left, so I don't have Kitty in here to go meow.
No. So so here's the question: are the Vikings still shit? Because
if you ask me that question, the answer is still yes. But you might want to get somebody who is a little more objective to answer that question.
Yeah, me and you are biased as fuck.
They got lucky. If not for that kick, the Lions would have gotten their first win.
Yeah, they barely beat the Kitties.
The original Kitties.
Mm-hmm. Kitty classic.
Yeah.
We haven't even said who they're playing.
Well, Panthers.
Yeah. Vikings,
Panthers. The spread is 1.
That feels wrong.
That feels off.
In favor of the Vikings.
That really feels off.
Yeah.
I
can understand they're both terrible teams, but the Panthers are
the Panthers are not terrible. The Panthers were 3-0 a couple weeks ago, and I don't think they lost their... Did they lose both of their last 2 games?
Yeah, they lost to the Cowboys, and they lost to the Eagles. Sam. Darnold looked lost in both games.
And the two teams the teams that they have beaten are the Jets. The Jets. What was the other team? The Saints.
The Texans and the
Saints.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like then they've won against those teams.
Well, two bad teams and one team that's hot and cold every week.
Yeah. One team that has the consistency of Blizzard.
Yeah,
ice cream.
the Vikings are basically in that same kind of category. They either bring their offense to play, or they bring their defense to play. Never both. So, you never know which Vikings you're going to get. Are you going to get a team that can actually move the ball, or are you going to get a team that can actually stop the ball?
I'm gonna say not this time.
I don't trust the Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking the Panthers.
Wait, so are we all on the Panthers?
I believe so.
Yes.
Interesting.
All right, split's coming up.
Next, Chargers versus Ravens. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
This should be the early game of the week.
Yes. Giving everything up. I mean, outside of the the old school rivalry, yeah. Yeah, this is the game of the 1 o'clocks.
Sadly, I don't trust the Chargers anymore.
What? Because
yeah, crazy to think. Justin Herbert is still third place in the MVP odds.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, apparently people are not ready to give up on the Chargers just yet.
I mean, yeah, they have won. They have gone 4-1. That's fair. But let me look at that 4-1 real quick.
Their only loss was, I think,
to the Cowboys.
Yeah, to the Cowboys off because of the refs.
So they
can very easily be 5-1 right now.
They barely beat Washington. They won by a score to the Chiefs. They lost by a field goal to the Cowboys. They put the Raiders in their place, and
they basically had a duel against the Browns.
Yeah, and they won a duel against the Browns just because bad clock management, in my opinion.
And keep in mind, they are going against a Ravens team who are coming off one of the strongest performances I've ever seen out of a quarterback. Holy shit, Lamar. Welcome back to the MVP conversation.
Yeah, isn't it first in pass yards and also first in rush yards?
Well, probably not, because I think the leader in passing yards right now is the 44-year-old.
No, actually, I don't think so. I have to double check on that one because
I am.
Go double check while I look at the Ravens.
Yeah, go
how
ahead.
they've been.
What I do know is that Lamar Jackson in that game accounted for 96% of the Ravens' total yards. He did everything in that game.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Brady's still way in the lead.
Yeah, because he just had a 450-yard passing game.
So the Ravens won by 1 point against the Chiefs. They won against the Lions by 2 points. They stomped the Broncos, and they stomped the Colts. But they also lost to the Ravens.
That win over the Lions came because Justin Tucker is a god among men. That was the game he kicked the 66-yard field goal.
Yep.
Yes, which is honestly amazing skill, but also a fair bit of luck.
He didn't even do it in altitude.
Yeah.
Like that.
So, You know what? I'm still sticking with the Chargers this week. Again, I think, I think Herbert's offense is gonna outshine the Ravens, because again, even though Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews are the sole weapons on that team. On the Ravens. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've had Mark Andrews on my my dynasty league for like 3 years now, and he's been amazing.
Yeah, I bet that paid off yesterday.
Oh well, I decided to not play. Well, no, I played him, but just I didn't play like Michael Pittman or Henry Ruggs or any of those guys.
Okay, but you still played. You still played the big one.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm picking the Rams. Not the Rams, the Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah. You skipped ahead of one.
Yeah, I was looking at what Voice had picked for the next one, and I was like, Rams. No, I mean the Ravens. Oh, who cares? Anyway. Hey, I'm picking the Ravens. I think they've... I feel last week is an indicator of how they're going to be going forward with the season. I don't see them being like... I see them being playoff contenders, but in the wild card position.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
That would mean that they would not win their division. Who is winning that division? Oh, maybe the Browns.
Honestly, I think it's a run between the Ravens and the Browns. I don't. This is not the Bengals' year to win the division as of yet. Well, but we'll get to their game a little bit later.
Yeah.
And Nikki, who are you picking?
I am picking the Ravens because Lamar Jackson is coming off a game where he went 37 for 43 for 452 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 62 yards on the ground. Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's good.
All right. Okay, so first deviation.
Yep.
Next game.
Rams versus what was it again?
Giants.
Bold man sad.
You know, it's a shame that like Daniel Jones is actually turning into a good quarterback.
And then concussion go.
Yeah.
Concussion go brrr.
And then we got to find out who the Giants' backup quarterback is. It's the Giraffe.
Mike Glennon.
Welcome back. We didn't miss you. Between Russ getting injured and now Daniel Jones getting injured, and with meaning that Geno Smith and Mike Glennon are playing again, boy, it's a renaissance for 2013 shitty quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't need to put shitty on there because it's 2013 quarterbacks. They're all shitty.
I was about to say, you mean quarterbacks?
Yes. But yeah, Daniel Jones was just coming off like a 400-yard game where he was like, had, if not no turnovers, like maybe just one. Like, he's actually developing. Like, we're not going to be able to meme on Daniel Jones much longer.
I know, it's weird.
By the way, the spread for this game is 10.5.
If Mike Glennon is playing, you're going to want to double that. I remember Mike Glennon. Oh, I remember Mike Glennon.
It is also the highest spread for the week.
Yep.
Make that 10 to 20.
We learned from the Bills Texans game.
Yep.
Yeah. So all in on the Rams.
Yeah, like this is gonna be a spanking. Like this is a Rams team, like I think they just lost last week, right?
They lost to the Cardinals the week before that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yep.
the week before, but they just came off Thursday night beating the Seahawks. So
yep.
Yeah. But the Rams are still like one of the favorites to like go all the way this year. They're still a really good team, and this Giants team is not.
No.
Like it's gonna be savage.
Barkley tweaked his ankle. Galladay out. Tony out briefly. It's like half their like a good quarter of their team is injured.
Jesus.
Yeah,
We're gonna get like midway through the week, we're gonna get like some crazy like that person was still available kind of thing. Like from like, and that person's gonna be signed by the Giants. It's just like the Giants have come to terms with a deal for, I don't know, who's like Chad Ochocinco.
It comes out of retirement.
He'll be starting next week.
Anyway, next game.
Next game is the Texans versus the Colts.
Can we send this one? I changed my mind. Send this one off to London.
Do you want to start a war?
Texans are worse than the other two teams you're sending.
That being said, God, the Colts suck.
Yeah, but they don't suck as much.
I would disagree with that. The Colts are okay. So they actually managed to squeak out overtime with the Ravens, but they also blew a 16-point lead in the final 10 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
Christ.
Also their kicker Rodrigo Blankenship might be hurt.
Oh no, not Hot Rod. He's my favorite player on that team.
Yeah, he might have. Yeah, I think he tweaked his hip
He looks like somebody. He looks like somebody in my D&D group.
Oh.
So here's my reasoning for why the Colts aren't as bad as you think. The teams they have.
Because I'm this close to taking the Texans.
Let me explain why. The teams they have lost to so far: Seahawks, Titans, Ravens, Rams. Those teams.
Those first two don't impress me.
Oh, I'm about to make them impress you. Ravens leading the AFC North. Titans leading the AFC South. Help. Rams.
By default.
Rams second in the NFC West, only behind the Cardinals.
Like, okay, there's a couple of good teams in there,
and then there's the Seahawks.
Yeah,
but that was also week 1. And if we've learned anything, do not trust week 1 results.
Sure. Man, I've been burned by the Colts one too many times. I might just go with the Texans just to shake things up, because like there's a hint of a good team there. Like, I said a hint. Like, they play hard at least. They're like the Lions, okay? Yeah, the Lions are winless, but like you can see they're trying. They haven't just straight up given up yet, which is more than can be said for some teams.
Yeah.
Although I feel like if I do that, that just makes me like a hipster.
So, and here's the crazy thing. This is an in-division match.
Yeah.
So this game actually kind of matters.
That's sad.
I'll take the Colts, but I don't feel good about it.
Neither do I.
What's the spread?
It's closer than it should be, I think. Oh no, never mind.
No,
it's minus 9.5 in favor of the Colts.
Yes.
Second highest.
I'm taking the Colts, but I would take the Texans to cover that spread.
I mean,
All right, next game.
Like the Colts
bad.
are better, but they're not 9.5 points better.
All right, next game.
Next game is. 1 second. I gotta look at the list.
Chiefs Washington.
Thank you.
Man, this game looked really good at the start of the season.
Yeah, this game looked
Less
good
so
about
now.
5 weeks ago.
Are both teams 2-3?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Let's see.
I think they are.
2-3 for the Chiefs, and the Washington teams are also 2-3.
Oh my god! How? Jeez.
Man, the Chiefs fell off fast.
Yep.
I'll tell you why. Because they have no freaking defense.
Yeah, because, okay, so the Chiefs in all of their games so far have put up 33, 35, 24, 42, and 20. This is not Patrick Mahomes' fault, except for, like, the last game where he threw 3 picks.
I just looked at Washington's 2 wins. A 1-point victory against the Giants. It's in week 2.
Yep.
And a 4-point victory against the Falcons in week 4.
Yeah, I mentioned I think we mentioned last week. They kind of, in regards to the Washington team, they sort of came back for those victories.
Yeah, they totally should have lost to the Giants. I remember that game.
Yep.
Where the Chiefs, their 2 victories are against the Browns by 4 points, and the Eagles by 12.
Yeah.
Actually,
So, yeah.
One second, I need to check something. Oh.
Let's see here. The next couple of games for the Chiefs are Washington, the Titans, and the Giants. So this could be the start of Patrick Mahomes' redemption angle. They can win all 3 of these games.
Yeah.
Make it to the halfway point of the season at 5-3. Not look so bad no more.
Huh. Side note, both teams have also faced the Chargers and the Bills.
Oh.
There's a lot of, like, if you actually look at the schedules between a lot of teams, you'll find a striking number of similarities. Like, it's like finding similarities between presidents. Like, there's that many things that Kennedy and Lincoln had in common. Neat. But yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. Like, this should not be very close.
Nah, like this is where Mahomes goes off.
Yeah, this is like the best 2-3 team versus the worst 2-3 team.
By the way, this is a 7-point spread in favor of the Chiefs.
That feels right.
Yep.
Yeah, that feels about right.
All right. Next matchup is the oldest rivalry in football. Packers Bears.
Packers versus the Bears. Packers win.
Bears.
Last week was totally a fluke, I swear.
Like, Khalil Mack finally showed up to play last week against his old team, and now he's going to go back to being like triple teamed on every play, and nobody being able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, Soldier Field is going to get run over by the Packers on this one.
Yep.
So,
man, I can't wait for the Bears to be good again.
I can't wait for the Jets to be good ever.
Keep waiting.
Anyway,
still the league's butt fumble.
Anyway, final game of the 1 o'clocks.
2 kiddies, one very bad, one mid.
Bengals.
You are riding that MJF quote, aren't you?
I'm gonna keep writing it until they prove otherwise.
I feel like they have.
Bengals Lions.
No, they really haven't. They just lost to the Bears.
That was the Raiders.
Oh wait, no, the Raiders. Well, actually, did they lose?
Oh yeah, the Bears did beat the Bengals in week 2.
Yeah, I was like, I remember us beating the Bengals and me having a field day about it.
They nearly beat the Packers. Like, they were like one Evan McPherson field goal away from being 4-1.
There were like 3 Evan McPherson field goals for being 4-1.
Like any of those Evan McPherson field goals. Like I said before, Lions are tough little kitties. They aren't gonna just roll over and die. They'll lose, but like they lost by only 8. It was a 1-possession game to the 49ers. They got blown out by the Packers. Then like they needed a miracle to lose against the Ravens. 10 points against the Bears, and it was closer than the score realized. And another field goal shenanigans against the Vikings. Like, this team could have 3 wins right now.
Yeah, this old kitty still got some fight in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a massive injection of bite kneecaps.
Yeah, and like
Now-
Dan Campbell was crying after that Vikings loss.
Now here's the question, because this,
Mhm.
in my opinion, this is a tank bowl.
You're wrong.
No.
Why am I not wrong?
Because the Bengals are decent. Like, okay, they might not make the playoffs this year, but they're not going to be a tank bowl contender. Like, they're good. I think they win at least 6 games, and that's being very conservative.
Mm-hmm.
That would
So you
imply that
think
they go. That
you
would
think
imply that they go like 3-9 the rest of the way.
Okay, moving on to the 4 o'clock. Okay, let's move on to the 4 o'clock games, and I think this one coming up is the game of the 4 o'clocks. Cardinals, Browns. I am looking forward to this game.
This is very tricky because I could see both teams winning because, as you said, Cardinals just lost one of their Pro Bowl pass rushers.
Oh wait, who's injured?
Nope, COVID. Chandler Jones.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yep, that was announced 2 hours ago.
Okay, JJ,
Yikes.
you got to pick up the slack now.
That's asking a lot.
Yeah, that almost might be enough for me to say Cleveland.
Well, Cleveland has the spread -3 this week.
And also, Cleveland is one of those teams that they're a 3-2 team, but they could very easily not be a 3-2 team.
They are unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, like
They lost by 5 points to the Chargers, and they lost to the Chiefs in week 1. And as previously stated, week 1 don't mean shit.
mhm.
Unless you miss out on the playoffs by 1 game, and then it's...
Yeah. So yeah,
It's like the world's most random tiebreaker.
I know.
Yes.
Again, Kyler Murray didn't really was what was I gonna say? Arizona's offense was okay last week, and it hasn't been like the stellar 4 previous weeks as it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going up against a Cleveland defense who got their asses handed to them by Justin Herbert. So if and I know actually funny thing, Jeremiah JOK has the same throat contusion injury that Burrow has. So they're going to be down a linebacker.
What's more important, Chandler or the linebacker?
Okay.
JOK,
Probably Chandler Jones, because
Yeah.
like if he's out, you're asking J.J. Watt, who is, I'm just gonna be honest with here, a skosh past his prime.
Mhm.
Just
Like-
a little.
You're asking him to be their number 1 pass rusher.
At that point, you're gonna
Like-
have to ask what's his face Isaiah Simmons to play defensive end.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go Browns.
Yeah, I think I don't know actually. Shit.
Here's the thing: if the Cardinals lose to the Browns, it isn't a big deal because it's the Browns. The Browns are a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see here. How good are the Cards at stopping the run? Because that's going to be the big thing. Because that's what the Browns hang their hat on. They got the dual threat of Nick Chubb and
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Here, NFL rush.
And while you're looking that up,
Mm-hmm.
if the Cardinals lose, it doesn't hurt them too much as far as in-conference stuff because it's cross-conference game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, okay, if we lose this, then lose a bunch more games. We're in trouble of.
Arizona has a bottom 5 rush defense.
Ugh. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking the Browns.
Wow.
It's
I
almost
have
as if
Cardinals written down. Do I change it? Yeah.
You changing it?
It feels weird because like the Cardinals are the only undefeated team left, and we're all going against them. That feels weird.
Speaking of weird, them Cowboys versus the evil empire that is currently falling into a crevasse.
So to quote Dragon Ball Z Abridged. So we're actually rooting for the Cowboys. Let's face it, rooting against the Patriots.
Allow me to quote myself from the Week 1 podcast. Who am I supposed to root for in this game?
Part of me wants to root for the Patriots for the sole reason of seeing the Dallas Cowboys go 4-2.
So I saw a thing earlier. Not only is Dak Prescott the favorite to win comeback player of the year, he's getting a negative odds.
Ooh.
Like, you know how every other one, the favorite is like plus 200 or something? Yeah, Dak Prescott is like minus 183.
For comeback or for MVP?
Yeah, for comeback player of the year.
Okay.
For those that don't know what that means, if you have a negative number on that, it means that it would require, in this case, $183 in order for you to win another 100. So you would have to put down big money in order to make any kind of return on or betting on Dak to win comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
That being said, bet on Dak to win comeback player of the year. Yeah, the only way that Dak is not winning comeback player of the year is if he gets hurt again. And as much as it kills me to say this, the Cowboys are a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I nearly threw up.
I'm worried about the Cowboys in the sense that I think, like, the next 3 weeks are either gonna be. No, they're at next. Wow, they're scheduled shite.
Dallas?
Yeah, shite as in they're facing a bunch of teams that are shit.
Yeah, they have the second easiest schedule.
The next 4 weeks are Patriots, Vikings, Broncos, Falcons.
Yeah, like I said, I said this in July. They have the second easiest schedule, only behind the freaking Eagles. Sorry, who are we picking?
I don't want to go with the Cowboys.
I'm taking the Cowboys. I like their offense is really good. I think I'm hopefully getting their defense in fantasy, but yeah, Cowboys all the way.
I'll pick the Cowboys. That makes me feel bad.
I'm taking the Cowboys. They're like, not only is their offense good, but they've got a top 5 rushing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it feels like they've actually got a team going, which sucks because Mike McCarthy does not deserve this. He is a shit coach. He is not good. And
also,
yet he
Jerry Boyd doesn't deserve it.
Well, sure, but that's like saying the Patriots didn't deserve it. Like, they don't, but yeah. But like, Mike McCarthy
but their owner is
bottom...
insufferable.
We know this. It's whatever.
Anyway,
you might as well get mad at the Tide.
Yep.
But like Mike McCarthy is once again being dragged by elite talent to like success, and it sucks. He's a bottom 5 coach.
All right. Anyway, moving on to an AFC West matchup where I'm a little bit hesitant on Raiders Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos are more shit than they're letting on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I remember when they were 3-0, and it was the most fraudulent 3-0 in NFL history. Sure.
Yeah.
That being said, boy, those Raiders have some distractions going on right now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they've got the yips too. They had the yips before the coach went bye-bye.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They just lost to the Bears.
They lost to the Bears and the Chargers 2 weeks in a row.
I mean, the Chargers are a decent team at least.
Oh yeah, decent team. They also nearly lost to the Dolphins. That's more embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to say that with all the turmoil going on with this team right now, they're going to have some troubles. I'm taking the Broncos.
I will too.
Okay, so there has to be like some bit of breakup, otherwise we're gonna be like same all the way.
I mean,
it looks like the only one I see is you pick the Chargers as opposed to the Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Some weeks we'll agree on things.
Mm-hmm.
And this week just happens to be a lot of decent teams are facing shit teams.
Yeah. I'll keep my pick for the Broncos. All right, next matchup is the Sunday night game. I feel this is kind of underwhelming now. Seahawks facing the Steelers.
Yeah, not any news? Nope, no news. No news that's being reported.
Juju's out for the
Geno
year.
Smith.
Oh.
Juju's out for the year. Yeah, I remember hearing that.
I forgot about that.
Yep, he's getting shoulder surgery.
That's gonna hurt his ability to do the Corvette dance.
Maybe he's got to pass along to Claypool.
Oh, don't ruin Chase Claypool, guys.
He's with the Steelers. He's already ruined.
Yeah, this is factual.
That's still like again, Smith against the. Jeez, this is not good for the Seahawks.
This is a 2-2 team, not 2-2, 2-3 team facing a 2-3 team.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Sunday night matchup.
Mm-hmm.
The two teams, the three teams that the Seahawks have lost to are the Titans by 3 points, the Vikings by 13, and the Rams by 13. No, by 9.
Mm-hmm. This should tell you everything you need to know. The over-under on this game is only 43. That is pitifully low. Like, every other game is somewhere, like, my boss was telling me about this. Almost every single game, the over-under, which is the combined score of the two teams, is going to be somewhere between 45 and 55 points. If it deviates from that too much on the lower side, it's because either both teams are incapable of putting up points, or there's something else going on, like weather or significant injuries or what have you. Like,
so here's my reason why I'm not picking the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers have only won twice.
Mm-hmm.
Week 1 against the Bills, which, in my opinion, was a fucking fluke.
Mm-hmm.
And against the Broncos.
Yep.
Yeah.
So tell me more about how you're hitching your cart to Geno Smith.
I'm not hitching my cut to Geno Smith. I'm not hitching it to Captain Fatfuck.
As much as I don't want to hitch my ride to Ben Censoredless Burger, I'm gonna pick the Steelers on this one. I think they have a couple more offensive weapons compared to the Seahawks, and as much even though again Lockett and Metcalf are still there, I don't trust Geno's arm.
Me neither.
So I'm picking the Steelers.
There's still enough elite talent on that Steelers team to at least get them past the Russell Wilson-less Seahawks.
See, here's the thing. That team, the Steelers are good. The Steelers are only good at doing one thing because that's what they've designed their offense around. And that's passing. And they just lost one of their good receivers.
Not one of. Their good receiver. Like, I know Chase Claypool has his moments, but, like, he has, like, 2 good games a year.
And Captain Fatfuck is only going to get worse at throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm still taking the Steelers should tell you all you need to know about Geno Smith.
Yes, but...
Voice, Jets fan, tell me more about this Geno Smith.
We were better off let me put it this way. We were better off keeping Mark Sanchez.
There you go.
Alright.
Anyway.
And moving on
to the final
game. Could be good. Could be a blowout. Bills Titans.
Yeah, you're not going to catch me going against the Bills anymore this season. Unless something drastically changes, like Josh Allen gets, like, an arm ripped off or something. Like, I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that Bills have sort of a weakness against is Derrick Henry. Because, good God, that guy could stiff... I refer you to the his stiff arm against Josh Norman.
Dude, that fucker sends people to the Shadow Realm.
Actually, is I was gonna say, is AJ Brown and Julio Jones back yet?
Titans are getting Avery Williamson.
But
they're bringing him back.
Wait a minute. He was working.
Is that good? Is that bad?
Former linebacker.
Yeah, was with the Jets, played with the Steelers, now he's with the Titans.
Is it good? Is it bad? I do not know.
I do not know.
He was alright.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Their backup tackle retired 3 hours ago.
Oh, Ty Sambrailio?
Sambrailio or something. Yeah, he's retired.
He is on the reserve retired list. Oh, they lost Brett Kern. No, he's got the COVID. The punter that basically single-handedly beat beat Tom Brady in his final game with the Patriots. God, that was the best punt I've ever seen. Anyway, so I'm trying to see what the status is for Julio and AJ Brown. Julio is questionable, and I don't see AJ Brown anywhere on the injury list, so I'm guessing he's good. But man, the Titans are beat up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm still taking the Bills.
Oh,
Jeez,
yeah. Almost certainly.
Like, are you kidding me, man? Actually, what's the spread on this game?
It is
5.5.
5.5.
Buffalo by 5.5.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would be tempted to make that. I'd be tempted to make that higher because they've won each of their last 4 games by, get this, 35, 22, 40, and 18.
And then they lost to Steelers in week 1.
We don't count that.
That's why I said last 4 games.
Yes.
I made very sure to put the qualifier right there.
Yeah, so that
And
ends
at least
our...
one of those teams is actually good.
Yeah. So that ends our predictions for week 6. Kind of a lull week, if I do say so.
Yeah, this is kind of like the first bye week. Almost always is that kind of. There's 1 or 2 okay games, and then the rest are kind of meh.
Yeah, and from what it looks like next week, it probably is going to be another one of those weeks. Not really any high profile matchups outside of one of the 1 o'clock games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see games for next week that I'm interested in.
Chiefs Titans.
Ugh. That's the best of the
Yeah.
early games.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Oh no! Oh, Bengals Ravens.
I've got one for the sheer hilarity of it. Patriots Jets. And
If you have a rookie quarterback, worry.
Oh wait.
Oh,
who are you
wait, we
talking
all
about?
do.
Wait. Who are you talking about? The Jets or the Patriots?
Yes.